I was like, like you're saying, you're removed, before they dropped the bombshell, so that they said you're removed. They said, Parker was like, basically said, he told me, he's like, and he was in the call, obviously, whatever. He's like, why do you still want to be on the cube? And, or like, like basically explain your situation in life. And so, at this point, I kind of like, I'm kind of like really shaky and just kind of like bawling, like with my mic muted. I was a little crying. And I took so I went in the other room. I was like, okay, give me 2 seconds. I need to like articulate myself and, get myself back to, normal in a way or whatever. And so, I go in the other room and I collect myself and I come back and I basically explain my whole life situation. I talk about how I've come from nothing, that my family struggles with money, and that, I've gone through rough times in my life, that my father passed away, all this crazy stuff. And I have this maybe 10 minutes of just straight talking, and no one else is talking but me, about how my life is. And I was being so sincere, so connected, and I'm trying hardest to pour my heart and soul out, because I knew that they were going to kick me if like I hadn't said like the proper thing, and they were going to do that. And so basically, as soon as I finish saying that, everyone's quiet for about 20 or so seconds, and then I hear Parker say, "Is just like okay," and then he's talking to the other people who are in the room when he says this. He says, "My vote doesn't change." He says that 15 seconds later, and then another 10 seconds goes by with silence, and then they say, "So you're kicked." And I thought to myself, why did you have me go through that 10-minute speech about my life and have me pour out my emotions to you, to just kick me 30 seconds later? And that's what hurt me the most from when I was kicked from the cube. And I didn't want to say this yesterday. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And on strangers waiting. That's it pretty much, guys. I'm just